crisis call. Crazy woman in the house. So you got EMS, but let's see where they're going to go from here. Toronto Community Housing kicked a woman who is mentally ill, who has a mental health problem, out of her home a week ago, shut her door. She ends up roaming around in the building here where there's a large amount of families. She ends up coming over here, and she supposedly went to some center, and whatever it is, and I woke up at 3:30 to start work, and there's this woman in my house because my wife couldn't let her be outside. And as you can see, we come through, and my food, every single piece of my food, she's taken a bite of every single thing in my food. My work, she has disturbed this darn hell, and she's been in the bathroom for hell knows when, okay? And do we have to live this way? Housing is the lowest end. If you kick people out of there, where are they going to come? They're going to come across the street. There's families over here. My wife is sleeping. She's got to work in the morning. We're trying to paint this goddamn place. We're trying to deal with our leaks. It's ridiculous. It's like 3:30, I get up each morning.
Hey, sir.
Yes.
What can we do about it?
Get her out of here. What else? What are you supposed to know about it? I'm a Canadian citizen, okay? It's like,
Sir,
yes.
sir, I'm a paramedic.
Yeah, but my door's open. I should be able to live with my door open without having people coming. And when I say leave, and when I call you, next thing I know, you're telling me that when you get the money. Yes,
sir.
Yes.
Don't get agitated.
Well, you try. I wake up at 3:30 to start working. There's a crazy woman in my house. I call the police. I call the EMS, and none of you show up. And then what happens? I call you. She said she went to the hospital, and they said they got no bed, and they said it has to be a crisis. Is this not a crisis? I'm trying to work. I have a job. I'm trying to work.
Sir.
My door opens, next thing I know, a woman is in my place. I look here, this is all my food. She has eaten my yogurt, she has drank my coffee, her food, the coffee, the ice cream, a bit of everything. A bit of everything. She walked into my home. She walked into my home like it was her home, take everything that is mine to eat, and now I can't work. Now, would you see that you deal with her medical issue? She says she just got out of the hospital.
Sir.
Yes.
Stop getting agitated, because I'm telling you right now, it's not going to help the situation. You raising your voice and waving your arms around, you're the one that's going to get
this
home.
woman just got out of the hospital, and she's in my bathroom.
Okay.
And you are the medical staff. Will you assist to her?
I certainly will, as soon as you stop getting agitated.
I'm not agitated. I'll be over here. Would you like me to leave too? I will leave too. You can go and deal with her. So I have to leave my home because you kicked a mentally ill woman out of the hospital.
I don't kick anybody.
Then go deal with it. I just want to get to work. Well, I thought you were going to go deal with it. She said she just got out of the hospital. What does this have to do with the police? It's a mentally ill, medically ill woman in the bathroom of our place. I open my door for you to go in and serve her medical needs.
Do you want to hang up your phone?
Oh.
The police are trying to get it.
So for you to give medical needs to people, you need the police?
When people are as agitated as you are...
I'm not the one who's the problem. The problem is the person in my bathroom.
And that's fine.
So why are you focusing on me and not the person who needs the medical attention?
Okay, well, you put yourself in my shoes and you'd be doing what you're doing.
Well, I can't. Your shoes are too big. Yes, maybe.
All right. Would it be possible for you to buzz the police in?
I don't know. They have to buzz there. Oh. And that's the fifth I'll open it for them. That's the fifth person they evict from over at community housing. This is not a crisis, eh? Hallelujah. Wow. Only in Canada. Bears everywhere. Unreal. All right. Oh, that's easy. Okay.
Hello.
What's going on, man? What's going on?
That's not it. Well, I get it. Oh, come on, I'm just getting some of them. I got too much work to do for me to do. You got some woman. You got a woman. Chantel Levy. She was evicted by community housing a couple weeks ago. Same as at the Plunkett, they don't go through the process. They do it their own way, and they did. Now I see why you guys are aggravated when I get loud. So they evict her, and she goes do all her thing or whatever she does up and down, and then she come up and she's like, oh, it's business. Like, oh, and when I get up in the morning, the first thing I like to get up at 3:30. I have to have my coffee. I have to feed my cats. I have to walk up 5 stairwells, make sure there's none of these garbage, and take up all the beer cans and whatever. And then I have to go back through, and naturally you got to take a shit before you eat because they dirty. So so it's like. So this morning I get up and I got a girl. My girl came in. I brought a CFO in from New Brunswick, excellent woman. It's going to shape up Ontario. She's not on my mail campaign though. She's on the provincial one. So she's excellent, and she works harder than hell, okay? And I give her a lot of hell too, but she's excellent. And she's asleep, so I get up and I go out in the living room, and she, what the hell are you doing here? I thought she says, oh, I went to the hospital and they kicked me out and they told me.
Do you have a key still?
No, in my place, because I get up, and I leave, and first thing I do, that's why
when you came out, you went in.
Yeah, well, that's why I want to clean this building up, because as you notice, I don't wear shoes. I get up first thing, and, I'm gone. So I go out, do my rounds, and I come back, and she's sitting down there, and I said, listen, I look and I see her, she's got ice cream, she's got coffee, she's got juice, she's got yogurt, she's got bread.
Your ice cream, your bread, and your coffee.
Well, no, it was my ice cream, it was my juice, it was my coffee, it was her bread.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's gone.
She's in the bathroom.
I checked the bathroom. Who was there?
No. So now she's roaming around the building.
She was roaming around the building.
So,
What's her name? Kevin, what's her name? What's her name? I can't even tell you how beautiful you are. That's how crazy this is. I can't tell you how beautiful you are, but it's only a beautiful shoe, okay?
Okay, so how long ago was it last year?
Just when I called you, when I called you there, when I saw all that, what I said to her was that you can see all the food that's sitting on there. I said, why did you hold it? She said, well, someone is phone. I said, so you were at so-and-so, did they kick you out? She says, no, well, he said that I'm supposed to just take this, and so he kicked you out, and you're going to be at your mother's. And she says, and I said, oh, now what the hell is this? And she says, well, I said, it's juice. She says, well, I'm trying to get this because my else. I said, no, it's called greed. What do you think it is? Juice, coffee, bread,
You are eating ice cream, all of them. You are eating every single bit of everything, but you're not. You're only eating a bit of each of it. And it's not yours. You can't go around and take what others like is yours. Let me give you a situation. You have 2 darn kids, and you may not give a damn about your kids, and you say you do. And I'm not saying that people like you shouldn't have kids, but you need to be taught. Listen, 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 listen. If I'm at home, you walk in, ask my friend, I have $20 sitting by the dresser. You figure I got myself a quick $20. Did you know that my mother on a respirator, or my grandmother was in the other room, and that $20 was to get medication that would keep her alive? So for that $20, you think, hey, I made $20 today, they're dead. What if it was from you went in there and you pick up something? You don't know what others are doing with it. You cannot take what is there other than you. Now, you want to take it.
Yeah, one thing.
Yeah, you guys should push the building.
Yeah, and is your apartment unlocked?
No, I didn't. When I get up first in the morning, I leave the door open. I normally leave my door open.
You might want to go back to go back in.
Yeah, my door is like that.
For she's all
I don't care if she eats. I don't care if she eats all the shit, okay? As long as you don't go to destroy this shit, man. As long as you don't go and disrupt others' life. I get up first thing. I'm writing a letter to the Attorney General, a letter to the Minister of Education. We have an extreme bullying problem down at George Henry School down there. And now I've got a candidate working on it down there. We have an extreme problem up here with people. I brought in $1,000. I pulled it out of my pocket and I said, I need people to work. You know the only employee I got so far on the crew? Who's that? There's a nice lady who was here yesterday when you guys were here because they had called the police because I had spoken with you and that, because they looked like you, because I'd gone to the agency about the fact that this woman was evicted. Like, I'm not concerned, sure, I'm realistic on the back of Andre, but I gotta go to the back of Esther and the 2 kids. And the fact of the matter is, the Attorney General ordered Andre to stay in that house, and then the Attorney General ordered Esther and the family evicted because Andre still lives.
So I see you're recording everything.
Yes, I record everything.
That's her name, Esther?
No, her name is Chantel Levy. Chantel Levy lives at 28.
She's one of the victims.
Yes, she's at 2821 Birchmount. You know that one, eh?
All right.
You know her? 2821 Birchmount, Unit 1202. They closed her door last week, and then she ended up roaming around. We have tried to help her here. We've tried to deal with her case and everything. And we told her very simple, okay, we're not going to run around and spend 1,000 times for us to deal with it. You're going to have to go back home to your kids. And so she ended up back at her mom, but what her mom said is supposedly she signed a letter and she came back. She signed a letter to get welfare and then came back. Then she stayed at some guy's place down here, right? Some guy named Carl. She's staying at his place. And then, so I said, look, you're welcome here any single time as long as you are ready to work for what you want. What you need is free. The food is free. The water is free. You need clothing. What you need is all free. But if you want it, you got to work for it and earn it. And only one way you can earn it if nobody else needs it.
You go to bed,
Go to bed. I'm getting to work. What? You go to bed this time? Wow, you're so privileged.
We're gonna take 5.
You're so privileged. You can go to bed early in the morning, eh? Oh, thank God you guys are here. I need 2 officers, and I do not know, no, I have to go through the division, right? I need 2 paid duty officers, right, for a function.
Yeah, okay. Good night.
All right, good night. And you remember, the greatest property is the one that creates by the Father of humanity. God is the creator of individuality. So live in reality and let's unite for the good of humanity. So in closing, we will say in Scarborough, we're not going to occupy, we're going to unify. Yes. Oh, you guys got to check the building. This crazy woman is around. I hope you got
Service at 3rd.
Outside.
Yes. No, listen, guys, you can't do that because my wife is a loving woman and don't leave us with this crazy woman in our doors. No, you're locking people out, you're locking us in. You lock them out and you lock us in with the crazy people. Oh my God. And take a look at it. All that police. You see that? So there's a crazy woman in the building, Chantel Levy, running wild, eating people's food and doing all sorts of things. So the call was that she's in the building. A large amount of children live in this building, and with this large amount of police. Imagine that. So let's go on the other side and let's see. She's a danger to herself. I do not know if she's hiding under the bed. How do I know where she is? Well, the police won't do nothing about it. So what can we do? So, let's get a rear view. So again, there's a mentally ill woman, loose, at 7585 Silver Springs Boulevard. She's running through the building, going through people's homes. Their children's safety are threatened. But yet, this is what the Toronto police are doing. The woman is running crazy in the building. She has a mental health problem. There is a crisis at 75 Silver Springs Boulevard, and this is our last resource, the Toronto police and the EMS. These children will be getting up for school in an hour and a half, and they don't know when they go around a corner if there's going to be a crazy woman around. Can you imagine? We call them because there's a crazy woman, supposedly, who went to the hospital. The hospital kicked her out, saying there's no bed. They can only deal with her if there's a crisis. She came into our home. She was eating our food. She made a mess of our work. So in turn, we call EMS. EMS said they had to wait for the police. I asked the police for them to go and check the building to make sure the children are safe in the building, that this woman is not in somebody else's unit. The police said, Mr. Clark, they're not in your unit, and we don't care if this crazy woman is in the children's unit. Yes, ladies and gentlemen of the province of Ontario and the city of Toronto, these are your fine members of the Toronto Police Force who says you can leave mentally ill people roaming around in a building that's mainly occupied by children. You know why? Because they're immigrants. Because they're immigrants. If they weren't immigrants, the law will act. Is it because these children's parents are immigrants? Is it because their parents are immigrants? Do they not have rights to housing and safety? Do they not have human rights? Do they not have human rights? Yes, it's right. There is a woman who was released from the hospital with extreme mental health problem, roaming around from different units to different units. The address here is 7585 Silver Springs Boulevard, a building that has a large amount of children in it. The majority of the building is children, and the police are prepared to leave this mentally disturbed woman roaming around in this building. The initial call was for a mentally disturbed person roaming around the building. But yet, they don't check. Disgrace on the City of Toronto and the province of Ontario.